Ever seen a town explode in color? Or a desert sky fill with floating balloons? Ever watched humans climb towers of buns, throw mountains of flour, or let monkeys feast like kings? Some celebrate with fire, some with mud, some with ice, and some just go completely wild. These are not ordinary parties. These are the world's most insane, mind-blowing festivals, where tradition meets chaos, devotion meets daring, and anything can happen. Hold on tight. We're about to travel the globe and show you celebrations you have to see to believe. Our journey begins in India with one of the most vibrant spectacles on earth, Holi. Every spring, across cities and villages throughout India, the sky fills with clouds of colored powder. People flood the streets, throwing bright pigments, pink, yellow, blue, green, covering friends and strangers alike in color.
होली रंगों का त्योहार आप देख सकते हैं हम पिछले कई दशक से सामूहिक रूप से होली का आयोजन करते आ रहे हैं। ये एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम है ना जहाँ कोई छोटा है ना बड़ा है, ना कोई राजा है ना रंगकर। हर समुदाय, हर वर्ग के लोग इस मंच पर आकर एक साथ सामूहिक रूप से होली जैसे रंगों का त्योहार का आनंद लेते हैं।
Holi marks the arrival of spring and the triumph of good over evil, rooted in ancient Hindu mythology and stories dating back thousands of years.
होली का पैगाम ये है कि बुराई के ऊपर सच्चाई की जीत, बुराई के ऊपर सच्चाई की जीत। ये हमारा हिंदुओं में एक त्योहार है। हम सब भाई बहन एक दूसरे को हर कोई जाति पाति छोड़ के रंग लगा के एक प्यार का मैसेज है कि सब एक ही रंग में रंग जाए, भगवान के रंग में।
Traditionally, the celebration begins with a large bonfire known as Holika Dahan, symbolizing the destruction of evil forces.
तो ये होलिका को हम जलाते हैं और मतलब कि होलिका जलाने का मकसद ये होता है कि हम इविल को जलाते हैं और हम अच्छाई को एक जीत रहे होते हैं। तो उसमें प्रहलाद भगत जो होते हैं उनकी जीत होती है और फिर इस सिलसिले में हम उनको मनाते हैं और रंगों से इसको सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। ताकि और रंगों का मतलब ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ होली में हम रंग खेलें, इसका मतलब ये भी होता है हम एक दूसरे से जो हमारी दिल में नफरत है, जो हमारे दिल में इविल्स हैं या इविल आइज जो है उनको हम डिस्ट्रॉय करते हैं और अपने रंगों से उसको संवारते हैं, रंगों से उसको निकालते हैं।
But the next morning is when the real explosion begins. Streets transform into giant open-air parties where music blasts, water balloons fly through the air, and everyone, locals and visitors alike, greets each other with Happy Holi. While India is the heart of the celebration, Holi has traveled far beyond its borders. It's celebrated across Nepal, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, as well as in countries with large Indian communities like Mauritius, Trinidad, and the United States, proving that this festival of joy, color, and chaos truly knows no boundaries.
Vinimos a festejar las fiestas de San Cayetano y a compartir también un poco de cultura en Lavapiés, que es un barrio multicultural.
Millions participate across India, and in cities like Mathura and Vrindavan, where Holi has deep mythological roots linked to the god Krishna, celebrations can last for days. If Holi proves that color can unite millions, our next destination shows how water can do the same. In Thailand, every April, the entire country prepares for Songkran, one of the largest water fights in the world. Songkran marks the traditional Thai New Year and symbolizes purification and renewal. Historically, people gently poured scented water over the hands of elders or Buddha statues as a sign of respect and blessing. But over time, the tradition evolved. Today, cities like Bangkok and Chiang Mai turn into giant water battle zones.
วันนี้เตรียมพร้อมมากนะครับมีอาวุธประจำกายนะครับปืนครับมีปืน4กระบอกมีแว่นนะครับมีแว่นแล้วก็มีหมวกมีเรียบร้อยนะครับกันมาพร้อมกับโทรศัพท์ที่ซีนมือถือนะครับเรียบร้อยครับ
Armed with buckets, hoses, and water guns, locals and tourists drench each other in the streets under the blazing tropical sun.
โอ้เย็นฉ่ำเลยนะครับเย็นฉ่ำมากรู้สึกสภาพข้างหลังครับเย็นมากนะครับเย็นไหมครับเย็นหน่อยเย็นมากนะครับ
The celebration lasts several days, and millions participate. It's joyful chaos, laughter echoing through the streets while temperatures climb above 35 degrees Celsius.
Well, it's very fun because in the Netherlands we don't have something like this. In the New Year's it's for us just firework and drinking. This is totally different and we didn't know what to expect, but it's very fun. I love it. I love the water. I love the vibe that is in the city, so it's very fun.
People need to let off steam and have that once-a-year enjoyment and finding that balance. I hope they manage to do it.
But Thailand holds another gathering that is far more mysterious. Every year, thousands travel to a temple outside Bangkok to witness the powerful spiritual gathering known as Wai Kru Sak Yant Festival. This is not a party, it's a sacred ritual. Participants carry ancient Sak Yant tattoos, believed to hold mystical powers offering protection, strength, and good fortune. During the ceremony, worshippers gather before monks who bless these tattoos. As chants echo through the temple grounds, many participants enter trance-like states. Some suddenly leap up and begin acting like the animals represented in their tattoos. Tigers roaring, monkeys leaping, crocodiles crawling across the ground. The atmosphere becomes electrifying, spiritual, and intense.
เราก็รู้ตัวตลอดเวลาเนี่ยแต่เราเริ่มหายใจแรงขึ้นเราจะบังคับตัวเองไม่ได้เรารู้ตัวว่าเราวิ่งเราร้องเรารู้แต่เราบังคับตัวเองไม่ได้ว่าจะร้องหรือจะคลานหรือจะอะไรเราจะมีดีสองตอนแรกเห็นหลวงปู่ในทีวีก่อนจะออกรายการไม่ได้เห็นหลวงปู่ในทีวีรู้สึกว่าดูแล้วศรัทธาท่านผมก็เลยลองมาสักดูนั่นแหละครั้งแรกที่เป็นเบาขอถึงนับแล้วก็ที่ว่ากลับไปแล้วผมมีประสบการณ์แต่มันมีเรื่อยๆประสบการณ์ผมก็อธิบายไม่ถูกว่าบางทีผมก็ไม่ค่อยได้จำแต่ผมคิดว่าสิ่งนี้ช่วยชีวิตผม
A living expression of centuries-old belief and devotion.
ก็รอยสักที่ผมได้วันนี้ก็จะเป็นสันติกาเล่นทองอ่ะก็ดีใจที่อาจารย์ที่เขาเลือกให้เพราะว่ามันก็มีความเป็นไปได้หลายๆอย่างที่จะทำให้ขาดหลายดีขึ้นแต่จริงๆก็อยู่ที่ตัวเราเองบางคนก็จิตอ่อนบางคนก็อุปทานหมู่หลายๆอย่างก็มีทั้งเก๊ทั้งแท้ทั้งเทียมมีผสมผสานไปหมดแต่ทั้งนี้ทั้งนั้นเวลาของที่มันขึ้นจริงๆคือก็แบบไม่รู้ตัวครับมันกำหนดควบคุมตัวเองไม่ได้
From sacred tattoos, our journey moves west to a small coastal town in Greece where tradition takes a far more playful turn. In the harbor town of Galaxidi, the streets erupt with one of the wildest battles you'll ever see, the Flower War of Galaxidi. Locals and visitors show up in colorful costumes and protective goggles, armed with bags of dyed flour, ready to throw, toss, and smear it everywhere.
Είναι φανταστικά, Galaxidi, πάντα εδώ αλευομουξούρωμα, να είμαστε καλά
Και του
χρόνου, ελάτε να περάσετε υπέροχα.
Είναι η πιο φανταστική, είναι μετά από το COVID έχουμε εδώ πέρα ξεδώσει επιτέλους. Galaxidi για πάντα.
And then it happens. The streets explode into clouds of powder, colors flying through the air, sticking to walls, clothes, and faces. Laughter, shouts, and playful squeals fill every corner as everyone dives headfirst into the chaos. No one is safe.
Δεν είχα ξαναδεί αυτό τη σκόνη, αυτό το πανηγύρι που γίνεται τέλος πάντων. Ήταν τέλειο κάτι. Εμένα ενθουσίασα.
Ήταν σούπερ όπως κάθε χρόνο. Πάρα πολύ συμμετοχή, πάρα πολλοί κόσμοι.
Even the bystanders get caught in the colorful storm. turning the small town into a living, breathing rainbow. For a few magical hours, Galaxidi becomes a playground of fun, frenzy, and pure, messy joy. A festival where rules are tossed aside and every throw of flour is a celebration of life. And if throwing flour sounds messy, Spain has taken the concept of edible chaos even further. Each August, the quiet town of Buñol hosts the legendary La Tomatina. It lasts only 1 hour, but during that hour, over 100 tons of tomatoes are thrown through the streets.
Oh my gosh, we came all the way for this. Yeah, pretty much our holiday was based around this event. And it was so worth it.
It's something that you do once in a lifetime, and once you get that first feeling, and afterwards it's nice to have that first feeling. I don't know if I would come back, maybe with other friends, but it was for sure something to do once in your lifetime.
Thousands of participants from around the world gather in the town square, waiting for the signal. Once the starting cannon fires, the tomato battle begins.
Within minutes, the streets transform into a red river of crushed tomatoes as participants laugh, slip, and throw tomatoes at friends and strangers alike.
I started crying.
She got hit with the tomatoes.
I got hit in the head and then I just...
It was so fun. I liked the scooping and launching part, yeah.
The festival began in 1945 after a spontaneous food fight among locals. And today, it has become one of the most famous festivals on Earth.
Muy bien. Una locura. Mira, no tengo voz. La camiseta era blanca, ¿eh? Antes era blanca. Ahora ya, eso es lo que hay.
From Spain's tomato chaos, we travel east to Hong Kong, where a towering challenge awaits. Every year on the island of Cheung, things get wild for the Cheung Bun Festival. The big moment? The bun scrambling contest. Competitors race up towers packed with thousands of sticky buns, slipping, sliding, and leaping like it's the Olympics of sweets. The higher the bun, the bigger the bragging rights. The crowd goes crazy, cheering every daring grab and tumble. What started as a centuries-old ritual to scare away a plague has turned into pure, high-energy, messy fun. A festival you have to see to believe.
因為今年咧發覺好特別，所以就嚟咗呢度。我發覺咧呢度咧又有人情味啦，有好多話傳統習俗啦，咁樣就可以增長知識嘅，我都覺得好開心。
I think it's a very vibrant. It shows the vibrancy of the city, and also how the people live here, and I really admire how people are willing to come out under this sun. It's definitely a challenge for me.
I 我覺得幾得意嘅，即係啲小朋友企喺上邊，好高嗰啲地方咧，同埋係咯啲舞獅嗰啲咯。
我哋做幾多賣幾多，做幾多賣幾多。但係如果你個預計咧，我諗今日可能3-2萬個啦。但係如果講緊成個太平清醮個時期啊，最高峰個7日咧，我諗都係6-7萬個咁樣咯。
By the end of the night, everyone is covered in flour and sugar, laughing and cheering together. It's chaotic, it's sticky, and it's absolutely unforgettable. The kind of fun that makes you wish every town had a bun tower to climb. While humans climb bun towers in Hong Kong, in Thailand, the guests of honor are monkeys. In the historic city of Lopburi, locals host the extraordinary Monkey Buffet Festival. Every year, thousands of monkeys are invited to a lavish feast.
ผลไม้ที่เรานำมาตอนนี้ที่ดีที่สุดนะฮะก็คือลิงชอบก็คือทุเรียนของแพงๆนี่ชอบแล้วก็เชอร์รี่ตอนนี้ก็โลละ700 แล้วก็มีบลูเบอร์รี่ด้วยเลี้ยงครั้งนี้เป็นครั้งที่34ครับ
Tables are piled high with fruit, vegetables, desserts, and drinks, creating a colorful banquet designed entirely for the city's macaque population. More than 2,000 monkeys swarm the tables, grabbing bananas, climbing statues, and stuffing themselves with food.
My husband enjoys the monkeys so much. It was one of the things he looked forward to most about going to Thailand. And so when we heard this festival was happening while we were here, we had to come. It's just amazing. It was such a blessing and honor to be able to help arrange the food. And it was so cool the way the monkeys received it. It was really beautiful.
But we'd heard that monkeys, watch out, there are a lot of people afraid of the monkeys, but I think that people are just overreacting. The monkeys are great.
Yes.
The festival began in 1989 as a way to promote tourism, and today it has become one of the most unusual animal celebrations in the world.
We came here like yesterday, and so we get to see this, and it's quite much unexpected.
One bite me like yesterday, so I was surprised, but I guess it was just a bit one that was less kind, but the other was like really kind and friendly. So yeah, they're fun, but I guess you still need to be a bit careful.
But if feeding monkeys sounds unusual, South Korea has taken things even further, inviting people to celebrate by covering themselves in mud. In Boryeong, summer brings one of the messiest celebrations on earth, the Boryeong Mud Festival. Originally created to promote the region's mineral-rich mud used in cosmetics, the event quickly turned into a giant playground of mud and laughter.
즐길 거리도 많고 직접 머드 같은 것도 몸에 묻히고 이런 슬라이드 같은 것도 타고 해보고 하니까 좋은 경험이고 특히 나는 친구랑 와서 더 좋아요. 재밌고.
I'm having a great time out here. Getting to meet a lot of new friends. Get muddy as I don't know what. Glad to come back next year. It's a great time.
Visitors slide down enormous mudslides, wrestle in thick mud pits, and race through muddy obstacle courses, happily getting completely covered from head to toe.
오랜만에 친구들이랑 놀러 왔는데 너무 좋고 막 이렇게 막 좀 덥고 막 그랬는데 막 여기 진흙탕에서 노니까 너무 시원하고 그리고 뭔가 좀 되게 막 머드가 되게 좋다고 하잖아요. 그래가지고 그냥 묻으니까는 피부 미용에도 좋아질 것 같고 모르겠어요. 되게 하여튼 너무 즐겁고 재밌습니다. 네.
It's such a beautiful place by the sea, and there's lots of fun things to do.
Gigantic pools of mud become the center of the action as thousands of people splash, dance, and compete in playful challenges.
피부에 좋은 요소가 들어있어가지고 그 요소를 피부의 보습 효과를 뛰어나게 해서 현대인에게 피부도 좋아지고 새로운 행복 에너지를 축제할 수 있다고 하는 그러한 축제이기 때문에 이분들이 오락에서 오는 게 아니고 스스로 다음에 축제를 기다리는 그러한 축제가 됐습니다. 함께 해주시면 행복을 얻어가실 수 있을 것입니다.
Music blasts from beach stages while crowds cheer, turning the shoreline into a huge open-air party. By the end of the day, everyone looks the same, completely covered in mud and laughing together. From mud-covered beaches in Asia, we move to the cold northern islands of Scotland. Each January, the town of Lerwick hosts the dramatic Viking celebration known as Up Helly Ah. Hundreds of participants dressed as Vikings march through the streets carrying flaming torches. At the center of the procession stands a full-scale Viking longship. At the climax of the ceremony, the torches are thrown into the ship, setting it ablaze in a spectacular fire ritual honoring the Norse heritage of the Shetland Islands. From fiery Viking traditions, our journey moves south to Italy, where elegance and mystery define one of Europe's most iconic celebrations. In the canals of Venice, the world-famous Carnivale di Venezia transforms the city into a breathtaking living theater. For days, the streets, bridges, and grand squares fill with people dressed in spectacular costumes inspired by centuries of Venetian tradition.
È una festa grandiosa a Venezia e ci siamo fatte tutti quanti il vestito da sole, perciò ognuna ha cucito il suo vestito e facciamo questa festa ogni anno, veniamo a fare festa a Venezia per animare questo carnevale meraviglioso.
Sì, per divertirci, per portare un po' di gioia, visto questi momenti un po' particolari, è giusto anche lasciarsi andare.
And we decided with my friends to go here to see the Venice because this is the first time we came here, so just for fun, for visit. And we think it's the best time to come to Venice for the Carnival. Yeah.
Elaborate masks decorated with gold, feathers, and intricate designs hide the identities of those wearing them, adding an air of mystery to every corner of the city.
It was my dream long time, and now I'm happy, absolutely. It's unbelievable place, an unbelievable time. For me, this is remember for all my life, really. It's wow, fantastic.
Visitors wander through the narrow alleys and along the canals, posing for photos, attending masquerade balls, and admiring the incredible craftsmanship of the costumes. Music, performances, and parades fill the historic squares, turning Venice into a magical stage where fantasy and history come together. For a few unforgettable days, the entire city becomes a grand masquerade where anyone can step into another character. If Venice represents elegance, the next festival represents devotion and endurance. Across Malaysia and parts of India, millions celebrate the sacred Hindu festival of Thaipusam. Devotees make intense acts of devotion, including long pilgrimages and body piercings. At the Batu caves, participants climb 272 steps, carrying heavy decorated structures called kavadi, while others pierce their skin, cheeks, or tongues as acts of faith.
என்னோட வேண்டது மோடி காணிக்க ஓகே மோடி காணிக்கன்ட்டு வந்திருப்போம் நாங்கள் எல்லாரும் ஃபேமிலியாக.
About for me, for personal matters, so everything went on success, so good for us to do it back to him lah.
The ritual symbolizes sacrifice, discipline, and spiritual purification.
I remember that when I first saw my father doing Kavadi when I was 6 years old, so I was thinking what my father is doing. Then I followed him until the top, and on the next year when I was standard 1, 7 years old, I first took a small Kavadi. I requested my dad that can I take one Kavadi, and he did for me a small one.
So it's 6:30 in the morning. We just got here at like 3. We are here for support for our friend Vivek, who's bearing a Kavadi all the way up today. It's going to take anywhere from like 2 to 5 hours at average, depending on how everything goes. The Kavadi he's carrying is about 70 kilograms. So imagine me on his shoulders for like the next few hours. So he's going to need all the support he needs. And I know he's doing this for himself, but we want to be there for him. Every step of the way, not just like every step of the way going up, but also in his life.
very rare youngsters join. But nowadays, in this 2025 Thaipusam, I see a lot of youngsters are keen doing Kaudi, which I'm very happy because, as I said, we youngsters to go near to God is a very hard thing. Because youngsters, they like to play around, they like to do this, do that. But now when I see these youngsters in this generation doing, I'm very, very happy. And I'm also very happy. I hope this generation, these youngsters, get to learn our Indian culture very well and bring it far.
From tropical temples, we travel north to a winter wonderland in China. In the city of Harbin, winter transforms the streets into a frozen wonderland during the spectacular Harbin Ice and Snow Festival. Entire cities are carved from massive blocks of ice, creating palaces, bridges, castles, and even life-sized replicas of famous landmarks. Skilled artisans work day and night, sculpting intricate details that shimmer under the icy sun.
我叫石，我今年8岁了。我感觉在来这块玩非常的开心，一天玩不完，大约得需要3天才能玩完黑楼。这次是我第一次来到黑楼加哈尔滨这个地方，然后这里给我的感受就是很好，虽然有点冷，但是的话对我来说，第一次来到这里还是比较激动的。对，然后的话这里的冰雕的话，雕的也是非常的壮观，就看着的话。 就是很漂亮，很好看，对，然后很喜欢这里。
我们家住大庆，也是头一次来冰雪大世界，平时都没机会来，这次来，因为感觉远超预期。在视频里看，永远都是视频他们拍的视角，真正的真人视角，第一视角看特别壮观，感觉完全不一样。等到晚上等到有灯的时候，我们再看，应该是会更漂亮、更好看。
When night falls, thousands of colorful lights illuminate the sculptures, casting a magical glow that turns the frozen city into a surreal, otherworldly kingdom. Some of the structures soar over 40 meters tall, towering over visitors who wander through the sparkling streets, taking in the scale and artistry of the festival. Ice slides, tunnels, and frozen sculptures invite attendees to explore, play, and marvel at the sheer creativity, making Harbin a true winter paradise and one of the largest and most breathtaking ice festivals in the world.
我是冯的，我来自香港，第一次来这里玩的。我觉得这里的冰雕都非常的漂亮，我觉得很棒，做得很棒。 我姓博的，也是从香港来的，所以我第一次来这里，就觉得这里很宏伟啊，就是这里很神奇，因为所有都是用冰做的，然后就有那个滑梯啊、摩天轮也很棒，
From frozen sculptures, we move to a celebration bursting with flowers and color in South America. In Medellin, the streets explode with color during the spectacular Battle of the Flowers. Gigantic floral displays roll through the city as farmers known as sileteros carry huge wooden frames on their backs, completely covered with orchids, roses, and tropical flowers. Some of these vibrant creations weigh more than 70 kilograms, transforming the parade into a moving garden of color and fragrance.
Está en la vida de uno, no se va llegando la feria y esa felicidad, uno no ve la hora que llegue, los días se le vuelven eternos, uno que se le llegue el día, y mire, por fin llegó y estoy muy feliz, muy emocionada de estar acá.
Crowds fill the streets, music plays, and thousands of spectators watch as these breathtaking flower mosaics pass by. turning Medellin into one of the most colorful celebrations in the world.
Es una tradición con 68 años, es la posibilidad que tenemos de seguir celebrando la importancia del patrimonio y la tradición silletera para Medellín. La tradición silletera es una tradición que es patrimonio inmaterial de la nación, es uno de los motivos de orgullo fundamentales de los antioqueños y de los medellinenses particularmente. Y el desfile es la oportunidad no solamente de resaltar lo que implica las creaciones artísticas asociadas al cultivo de flores y a la tradición campesina de Santa Elena, sino también una posibilidad que tenemos de reunirnos todos los medellinenses a celebrar la cultura campesina que nos recorre.
Many of the designs form giant patterns, landscapes, or even portraits made entirely from flowers. The scent of fresh blossoms fills the air as the parade slowly moves through the city. For a few days each year, Medellin truly becomes a city of flowers. From Colombia, we travel to the deserts of the Middle East. In the dramatic red landscape of Wadi Rum, the skies come alive during the Wadi Rum Balloon Festival. Dozens of hot air balloons rise over towering sandstone cliffs at sunrise, painting the desert sky with brilliant colors.
الهدف من المهرجان زي ما حكيت لك ضرورة إيجاد منتج سياحي يتم تسويقه خارجيا وداخليا. الأردن صراحة وخصوصا قطاع السياحة عانى كثيرا خلال السنتين اللي فاتوا من موضوع الكورونا. فإحنا جهودنا يعني إحنا واجبنا كأردنيين وحريصين على هذا البلد. إحنا من واجبنا إنه نساعد في عملية الريكفري من الكوفيد 19.
Visitors float above one of the most breathtaking desert landscapes in the world, often called the Valley of the Moon. From above, the endless dunes, jagged rock formations, and ancient petroglyphs look almost otherworldly, bathed in the soft glow of the morning sun. The festival is a magical blend of adventure, serenity, and awe. A moment where the desert truly comes alive.
المجتمع المحلي مهرجان زي هيك بيجوا عليه أعداد كبيرة من الناس بيجوا عليه بيستغلوا المخيمات طبعا كلها الحمد لله يعني عرفنا إنه المخيمات كلها محجوزة عشان المهرجان.
From the silent skies of the desert, we travel back to Europe, where a quiet Italian town erupts into one of the most intense food fights on the planet. Every year in the city of Ivrea, thousands gather for the legendary Battle of the Oranges. But this isn't just a playful fruit fight, it's a reenactment of a medieval rebellion. According to local legend, the people of Ivrea once rose up against a tyrannical ruler. Today, that story is symbolically recreated in a spectacular 3-day battle. Teams on foot represent the rebellious townspeople, while others ride through the streets in decorated horse-drawn carts representing the ruler's guards. Their weapon of choice? Oranges. Tons of them.
Non siamo neanche a metà giornata, sono già fatta.
Quindi la situazione di libertà, di ripresa, di una normalità che dopo lo post-lockdown ha unito
Emozione dopo tanti anni che non ho potuto venire quest'anno a rivedere il tutto, è una meraviglia. È proprio stimolante, abbiamo portato anche i bambini quest'anno. Ma già solo sentire i sonagli dei cavalli. Stamattina avevo un'ansia bellissima, è come quando arriva Natale. Solo che era 3 anni che non arrivava Natale, quindi i regali sono belli quest'anno.
As the signal is given, the streets explode into a flying storm of citrus. Participants launch oranges at full force, dodging, laughing, and charging through waves of bright orange projectiles. By the end of the battle, the ground is completely carpeted in crushed fruit, turning the entire town into a fragrant sea of orange. It's chaotic, historic, and completely unforgettable. And finally, our journey ends in Pakistan with a celebration that once turned an entire city into a canvas of color in the sky. The Basant festival in Lahore marks the arrival of spring. Thousands of colorful kites fill the sky as participants compete in thrilling kite battles, trying to cut each other's strings with specially coated threads, a moment locally called bow kata. Each successful cut sends a cheer through the crowd as the defeated kite spirals down. Rooftops become party spaces filled with music, food, and cheering crowds watching the aerial duels above the city skyline. Though safety concerns have limited the celebration in recent years, Basant remains one of Pakistan's most beloved cultural traditions.
गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जो बसंत का एक इवेंट्स आया है ये ज़बरदस्त है और ये तकरीबन 20-22 साल बाद दोबारा ये इवेंट्स आया है। एक जो बड़ा अच्छा गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव लिया है जिसकी वजह से एक आप देखें कि फ़ज़ा में सारी पतंगे और कलरफुल्स सारी चीज़ें आ गई हैं, पतंगे वगैरह उड़ रही हैं और ये बड़ा अच्छा गवर्नमेंट का इनिशिएटिव है। ऐसे इनिशिएटिव 3 दिन के लिए होना चाहिए।
हमने बहुत की थी, लिहाजा ये हुआ कि इस्लामाबाद में जो सानिया हुआ उसकी वजह से ना हम बसंत नहीं मना सके, नहीं मनाने को दिल कर रहा। लिहाजा ये है कि अब हवा भी कुछ इस तरह की है कि जो पतंगबाजी नहीं हो रही इस टाइम, तो जिसकी वजह से ना हम अभी छतों पे हैं और लिहाजा ये है कि आराम से बैठे हैं।
बसंत हमने पहले भी बहुत दफ़ा मनाई है, लेकिन इस दफ़ा जो रौनक देखने को मिल रही ना वो बहुत ज़बरदस्त है। बहुत रंगारंग जश्न है हर तरफ और बहुत मज़े का इवेंट ये मरियम नवाज साहिबा ने हमारे लिए जो है ना ये कंडक्ट किया है। बहुत ज़बरदस्त है और बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है, बड़ा एंजॉय कर रहे हैं हम।
Across continents and cultures, these festivals remind us that celebration comes in countless forms, from sacred rituals to wild, joyous chaos. Whether it's hurling tomatoes in Spain, scaling bun towers in Hong Kong, sharing feasts with monkeys in Thailand, or filling the skies with kites over Pakistan, each festival shows the same universal truth. Humans are wired to come together, to connect, and to celebrate life. And perhaps that is the most extraordinary spectacle of all, the joy of being alive, together, in every corner of the world. If you loved this journey, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories from every corner of the globe.